Welcome back to the channel. Tune in or go stout. Today, we're gonna have a change of pace. Instead of telling you how to be a millionaire or how to not regret your 20s or what you should do with your life, I think a very important thing is to remember to actually live your life and not just spread your negative thoughts onto others. Like, we all hear this talk about, oh, I'm about to lock in, I'm about to do what I need to do, I'm gonna get what I need done, I'm gonna change my life. But then you turn around and get on a computer and call everyone that doesn't agree with you a normie. At some point, bro, you gotta reflect. And this is a trap that's almost been normalized. Anywhere you look, any type of social media, someone's calling out somebody for liking something, whether it's coworker music or normie behavior or being an NPC. We always find a way to make ourselves distant from each other when there's no reason to. I don't want to come off like I'm on some type of high horse or I know better or I'm just perfect at this, because just like a human, I'm flawed and I do this at times, but the levels that I'm seeing it around me are almost kind of sad. And if you have this mindset, it's okay, like you can change it, but you have to want to change it. A lot of the times, things that we hate on others for are the insecurities that we hold deep down in ourselves, and we love to practice the art of projection. Like, I look at my current situation and it's very easy for me to be negative and mad and hateful. Like, I'm a 27-year-old that's unemployed, that's still trying to figure out what the next chapter in his life is. I could take many routes. I could go listen to Andrew Tate and become this alpha, I'm better than everyone type of person. I could let all the negative things that are going on around me shape my beliefs and spread that hate onto others. Or I could be like a lot of people on the internet and blame all my problems on the opposite sex, whether that be men or women. While I feel like society rewards you for being polarizing, spreading hate, or just spreading some form of unhappiness, but it takes some real balls to address the issues in your life on a personal level and not just outwardly project everything that's happening to you. And if you are gonna outwardly project on the right people. As Gen Z, we always talk about how hateful millennials and baby boomers are towards our generation and how they think we deserve less because we've had it too easy and all we do is just brain rot and sit in bed. But as a lot of us get older, we're heading down the same path. We're in our late 20s, we're looking at the world around us, and we feel not satisfied with the outcome. So instead of being mad at the system that's broken us down, we look at our neighbor and say that I hate them. But be 100% honest with yourself. What has a normie or NPC really ever done to you? One thing I've learned working a job that I hate and now being unemployed, the more time that you have in your hands or the more time that you're presented with, you could either go down two routes. You can better yourself, change your outlook, and hopefully change your life, or you can drown in hate and become the person that you said that you would never become. It always stuck with me when my uncle said that the grumpy old man used to be the young, vibrant child at one time, but after repeatedly playing into society's game and letting it break you down, you become someone who's just filled with so much resentment and hate that you forget what love actually looks like. But if you look at the world holistically, everything going on just kind of seems like one big identity crisis. Like, yes, things are way bigger and more serious than I'm making them seem. I don't want to downplay all the conflicts going on in the world, but don't you think if the world had more prosperity, purpose, and love in it, that we would all probably be doing better as a whole? And the only way to get to that point is to stop fueling this machine. A lot of us are down and out and just want a friend to talk to or a hand to reach out for. But instead of asking, we like to gather around things that we dislike or don't truly understand. Like, the generation above us called us weird for always spending so much time on the internet, and now we're making fun of people younger than us for spending so much time on their phones. There's so much more things that we have in common than not. Like, we all bleed red, we all wake up in the morning, we all put our pants on one leg at a time, but for some reason, if someone listens to a certain artist that you don't gravitate towards, then they're lame. And I'm not saying that there's no reason to not dislike anybody. There's very valid reasons to not get along with someone or to even hate somebody. We've all had experiences that shaped our mind, relationships that have gone sour, and people who have done us dirty. I don't think you should become a pacifist, but I don't think the person sitting next to you on the bus is the person that's your enemy. And it all happens very slowly. Like, I remember when I was younger, I really did not like Taylor Swift fans. I just kind of found Taylor Swift as a person very, like, kind of like a sellout. And I would always judge the fans of Taylor Swift, like the mega diehard fans, as weirdos. And while I sort of kind of still believe that, I don't feel a layer of resentment in my heart when I think of those people. And it took a while. Like, it's okay for other people to enjoy things that I don't, even if I don't understand it, you know? That takes a lot of growth. That takes a lot of understanding. And in today's times, you're not really rewarded for being insightful on yourself. A person who takes the time to look at the world through a full scope and not just their biased lens in today's age isn't really seen as someone popular. People gravitate towards people who think like them. help them confirm their bias. But one of my favorite parts about life is learning new things and seeing how other people view the world that I live in. It's easy to wake up every day and forget like, oh, there's other people besides me, and nobody wants to be labeled a narcissist, but we always have the idea in our head that, oh, that couldn't be me. Oh, as long as it's not myself. One of the major evils to credit for this happening is politics. It was the same vehicle used to cause segregation. It was the same vehicle used to cause unaliving of mass people, and it's the same tool being used to separate us today. It's kind of funny how we look at older generations and always think to ourselves, we couldn't fall down that trap, like you can't manipulate me like you could them, but we're still pushing the same ideology as they were pushing 80 years ago. And I know this sounds crazy coming from someone who grew up in the MW2 era where we would turn our mics on and say the most disrespectful, disgusting things to each other, but it was kind of like a joke. I wasn't judging people for what they said on the mic. I was just being just as toxic and arguing with them. It was the nature of the game. It was a community that game fostered. There wasn't malice behind the words. It was just a rage bait. But as time passes and inequality grows, some of the most hateful things said in the lobby were carried on, and people harbor those things in their heart. And like I said earlier in the video, project the hate onto the right people. I don't think us as humans are capable of not hating at all. So if you're gonna have distaste for someone or just not like someone, aim it at the system that is keeping you down. I don't know if you stepped outside and talked to anybody recently, but the normies or the NPCs are having a hard time. They're leaving their jobs. They're lost in this job market. They don't know what's going on. And yes, while the goal is to become wealthy and build a life for yourself, you shouldn't disconnect from that part of you that had to struggle. And just because you feel you're at a higher level of understanding or self-development doesn't mean you should shun others for being on the same path or yet to start that path. But I think the people younger than us that are going through life now on a whole different plane that we were, more infused with technology than ever, would benefit a lot from people in our shoes at our age telling them the ropes. We dealt with the internet and grew up with it for most of our lives before it got toxic. Generations younger than us are having a hard time. The internet has become more manipulated than ever. AI is infused itself into every layer of it, and they never experience the simple joys of going outside and hanging out with your friends. They've been in front of an iPad since they were 2, and simple joys that we once took for granted, like cartoons, especially cartoons, like waking up on a Saturday to watch your favorite Sonic episodes, they never had that. They were thrown into a world that's become more adult than ever and become more judgmental and doesn't let them make mistakes. There's two sides to every story, and everyone's going to come up with a conclusion that's a little bit different, but don't be negative. Don't give in to the easy feeling to just let your hate spiral out of control and be a person that casts judgment and not resolution. Try not to judge. You don't gotta love thy neighbor, but you also don't have to make fun of them for everything that they enjoy. That's my piece for today. I didn't want to come off as preachy. I just had this topic on my mind for a while, and the more and more I see, the more troubling it is. Some things that I thought we eliminated are coming back full force, but just always keep in mind a quote from Mahatma Gandhi. Even though I don't agree with everything that he stood for, you need to be the change that you want to see in the world. I personally want to see you develop. I want to see myself develop. I want to see the world grow healthier and create an atmosphere of encouragement rather than discouragement. If you resonate with anything I said today, please leave a comment below. I always like hearing what you guys think. It's very insightful. If you haven't already, please drop a like on the video. And a subscription does more for me than you could ever know. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time.
Transmission complete. Signal terminating. This is Ghostthread, signing off.